What does being an ally look like? Well, being an ally is always being active. Like, allyship doesn't stop when you think you did a good deed and, like, you know, you call it a day. Like, it's like those people who, like, expect a pat on the head for doing something nice. No. You continue doing it even though you were or were not, even if you were or weren't acknowledged for it. It's always going to be an evolving thing, too. Like, everybody's journey through allyship is going to change and develop as they begin to discover what they need to advocate for. So continuous learning is definitely a huge part of it as well. So what does pride mean to me? Let's talk about it. Pride means taking a stance and feeling completely immersed in oneself. Like actually finding belonging with yourself and then with a community of others who have also felt displaced or unappreciated. It also means being willing to rebel against what's dictated for you. I mean, we gotta remember that Pride started out as a riot. That is the reason why it's around. It started out as a Stonewall riot in New York, where a black trans woman, and I just need to make sure everyone's clear, black trans woman, because black women are always at the front of things, you know, she basically cast the brick that started a revolution. Mind you, there were also other revolutions going on during the time, but that one really took notice and global recognition and really got folks to where we are today, where we're able to, for the most part, freely express who we are, celebrate ourselves, and be individuals who get to, you know, embody exactly what we believe. So that's what pride means to me. What does my identity mean to me? Whew, that's such a complex question because, at least from my experience, I'm only really getting settled into my own identity. So I have a couple things against me. I'm black, I'm foreign, I'm queer, like it's nuts. Like, obviously, we all know right now that black people in this country are just, well, treated like and then we've got the foreign aspect of my life, which, you know, when I initially immigrated to the United States, the xenophobia was rampant, especially considering I had an accent. And then, of course, you know, hey, being queer in corporate America is friggin' weird, right? I mean, having to embody all of that and, like, really challenge myself to, like, love every single aspect of my being, like, being confident and comfortable in, you know, being a black person, being confident and comfortable being a foreigner, being confident and comfortable being a queer person. Like, it's tough to try to emulate and build all three into it, but one day, you know what? I said, and I just started doing it. I just started being who I am. I just started presenting myself the way that I wanted to present myself to the world. And you know what? I didn't take from anyone anymore. And I feel like really embodying all of that, like not letting any group disparage me, not letting like white people tell me, oh, you're too black, not letting black people tell me, oh, you sound too white, like letting gay people tell me, oh yeah, you like this, that, whatever, I don't know. Any other instance that you can come up with, just not letting it affect me anymore, just doing whatever the I want. And it's been awesome. It's been great. You can bleep that out, right? You can bleep out the F words. What song gives you pride? Well, I can't say one song gives me pride. I have to say there's a bunch, and it's all based off just my background. Like, I grew up with everything. I grew up with classical music. I grew up with hip hop. I grew up with reggae, obviously. And then as I began to grow up, I explored other things and, like, you know, explored indie music, rock music, whatever. So really, I guess it's like, you know, whatever instills me with passion to just like fight through the day that day. Like, I mean, hell, yesterday, there's a song like right now what I'm thinking of, a song that came on today that actually like reminded me, like re-energized me. It's called Shapeshifter. I can't remember who sings it right now. Don't worry, I'll get you the songwriter later. But anyway, yeah, basically she's just talking about like, you know, being whomever she wants to be, like embodying herself. The singer is. She's just talking about embodying who she is, who she wants to be, and like owning that comfortably. So that's one of the songs that helps me get through, like, you know, different mindset, different trials, like whenever I'm feeling down. I mean, I wholly identify with disco just because of like the era, the time, like the amount of joy that most people had. And believe it or not, while racism was rampant, it felt like people just took a break just to party a little bit and have fun. love that. Hip hop will always be a cornerstone to me because hip hop, rap, it all embodies Black excellence to me. Like you can't have hip hop music without thanking the Black community. Like they brought all of that there to you, and it's just like impressive to me that this one community, well, throughout the decades, evolved music so well to find a genre that brings people together. And I mean, I love going to like shows and like literally just me and a bunch of other dudes, and like we're just nodding our head, but we're all nodding our head at the same time in the same way because we feel the vibe of the music and we're just into it. And like, yeah, like this is just a bonding experience that needed no words. So hip hop definitely brings people together. I don't care if people want to go on the news and say, oh, this causes violence. It doesn't. And then reggae obviously is just like brings me back to my roots. It's what I started out with. It's what I heard with. Like what I, first heard, I should say. I'm stuttering all over the place. Out of all the reggae songs that I can think of, the one that will always resonate with me the most is probably Could You Be Loved by Bob Marley. And I know it's a Bob Marley one. Everyone's like, oh, whatever. But yeah, that one for sure resonates with me the most. When you listen to the lyrics in there and like, I don't know, just everything just warms me up inside, and I know like everything's gonna be good. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully this was a good example for y'all. Now let's actually put it together and make it real. And cut.